as we get ready for this matchup this week, Cowboys versus Philadelphia on Thursday Night Football, one of the players that I have been very high on is one CeeDee Lamb. And he is going to be the driving force behind this passing offense for Brian Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And the matchup that he's going to see is Cooper DeJean. Why is he going to see Cooper DeJean? Listen, this is Cooper DeJean is, what you got to say, Jeff?
There's just one thing.
What?
All I want to say is all of them stats written real big.
Yeah.
That one at the bottom makes me not care about any one of them big old stats.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Dak Prescott did not play the last time that these two guys matched up. But I like to take things, and we're going to go to the film room and tell you why I like this matchup of CeeDee Lamb. One, versus any damn body. There's anybody. But
if you say because,
well,
don't you do it. Don't you.
The reason why I like this matchup.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
That's a white corner.
It's a white corner. All right, let's just be honest, guys. Okay, listen. No ball better university. This is an open book test today. All right.
I can't pull for you this week, Cooper, but I appreciate that these high school kids don't have to change positions.
Let me tell you right now,
trucking,
man.
buddy.
Listen. Sometimes no ball better university. The professor, I give open book tests, and this one is just white corner. We're not letting the white corner stop us this weekend. But
that's from Next Gen Stats.
Yeah, white always gonna lose in this scenario. But let's break it down in the film. One of the things that CeeDee Lamb will be doing, has done, will continue to do is play in the slot where Cooper DeJean played a lot last year. So I went and I found a couple routes. Now listen, don't look at the game. We're looking at route concepts, the routes that a lot of times CeeDee Lamb would run in the offense that the Dallas Cowboys have currently. And Brian Schottenheimer, well, he's changed his tune on a couple things. One of the things that he's talked about is, hey, we're going to have more motion. We're going to be a more unpredictable football team on how we do certain things in the passing game, in the offense for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to show you how the motion will help CeeDee Lamb get a route running advantage versus Cooper DeJean in the games on two of these routes that we run right here. Pull up the tape, John.
Special K, you're wrong.
All right.
That's wrong.
All right, so where we have it right here, I want you to look in the slot right now is where Cooper DeJean is at. Puka Nacua will go in motion. If you look at the way it is right now go back to the top one. When you look at it right now, this is what they say. Cooper DeJean right now has number 2. The way that they count that, Puka will be 1, Tutu Atwell in the slot will be number 2. When you apply the motion to this, and this is very critical because when this motion happens, watch where Puka Nacua begins to take his break right on the snap.
So is he 1 or 2?
That's what you have to decipher. And this is why motion is so important because now they have to figure out who's 1, who's 2 when you get it right at the snap like that. But they pass this off very well. Now, when you look at the route that Puka Nacua is running, he is going to run what we call a sail route or sometimes even a corner route.
He's gone.
Now, Cooper DeJean is on the inside leverage of Puka Nacua. CeeDee Lamb would be in that position right there. Well, if he's running that,
lay it out there, Maddie.
If he's running an outbreaking route, guess what? By leverage alone,
open,
he wins.
Yeah,
he has already run the route. Now, here's what I want you to see at Tutu Atwell. This is what we call a love for the love of the game route.
Get the hell out the way and make room for me, baby.
Tutu, you're not getting the ball. But what is important for Tutu Atwell, and this is what being a good teammate feels like, Tutu, what I need you to do is I need you screaming, huffing and puffing. We call it digging this route out because if that quarterback who is playing off covers looking back to the quarterback, if he decides, you know what, they ain't throwing it to Tutu. I don't believe they're going to throw it to Tutu, and he slags off, he can be in this play and intercept this ball.
That's pick 6 if he decides he's going to let Tutu go.
Because Tutu is screaming off the ball and running with such veracity and authority and believable action. It keeps that cornerback hips open and him getting out of there because he has that third of the field that he can't give up. But the motion has given Puka Nacua the advantage of having the outside leverage. This is going to be a sail route or a corner route. If it's a corner route, cool, we throw the corner, but that throw will be able to flatten it out. As you can see right now, this is wide open. That's all the room right there that your quarterback would have to throw this ball. We're not worried about whether this ball was completed or not to Puka Nacua, what I want you to see is how motion helped Puka Nacua create the leverage, and now he's able to make the play on the football.
Was it a completion?
I think so.
Okay.
It was a bad ball thrown. It was a bad. He had to go back and reach back on it.
Because if this is a Cooper DeJean pick 6 or something, I'm
no. It wasn't. No, it was a completion, but it was a much tougher completion than it needed to be. All right,
bad
so go back to the next route. Here we have Tutu Atwell in the slot again. Again, Brian Schottenheimer talking about we're going to be a more motion-heavy team. This is extremely important. Why? I get an indication from when Puka Nacua goes in motion, he comes across the line of scrimmage. I know now, hey, I don't have to worry about this. I can figure out what it is, zone man, all this kind of stuff. But what it does to the DBs, you see Cooper DeJean looking back at his DBs, and he sees the motion. He goes, hey, I got to slide out. We have to change this thing up. Now what was 1 and 2 now becomes different. They're running the deep over. You've seen this route be run a ton in the Cowboys. In the Cowboys offense, CeeDee Lamb has run it a ton of times. Well, what does it do? When Puka Nacua now comes over in the motion, you see Cooper DeJean was on the inside edge of Tutu Atwell. Well, the motion caused him to take a step outside of Tutu Atwell. Well, if I'm running the deep over, well, I sure do got a clean pathway across the field with no obstruction from the defensive back. As this play is developing, you see right now, Cooper DeJean is in a trail technique. That backside safety, he's hanging on that hash. But you watch the eyes of the quarterback, he's going to hold them there. He's holding them with the eyes and the way he's looking as he allowed Tutu Atwell to work underneath as he continues on this right here. When you look at this play right now, Tutu Atwell is in the middle of the field. That safety is still on the hash. Quarterback still has the ball in his hands, looking down the middle of the field. Now, this particular play, the ball is going to go down to the bottom. We're not worried about that. What I want you to see is that this right here has the ability, if that safety is playing a little bit further on the outside of the hash, we talk about the throw will flatten you. That throw, as he's coming out of that, the throw will keep you safe because the quarterback will say, the safety is sitting high. I can't sell it out there. I'm going to throw more like a straight to the sideline. The throw will flatten the receiver out. If that safety, where he's at right now, stays there, then I have all that room from the hash to the sideline to layer this ball in there for a huge completion. These are some of the things that you'll look at when you're talking about CeeDee Lamb going up against Cooper DeJean in the slot this weekend. The plays are there to be made. The protection has to hold up. You have to have other people running the love of the game routes, doing what they're supposed to do. But when you add that motion to the mix, when you're able to look at that and seeing how just a slight bit of motion changes the positioning of the cornerback, it allows for easy access, free release. And I like CeeDee Lamb versus anybody, but I really like CeeDee Lamb in the slot versus Cooper DeJean, which looks like this, that you got all that room up there to make a completion. CeeDee Lamb catches the ball on that side of the field, it's probably going to be a touchdown because he's that kind of a player right there. So the matchup this week with CeeDee Lamb versus Cooper DeJean in the slot, we're looking at, and you said it earlier, Ali, Brian Schottenheimer, your first time out of this thing. Now I need to see, where are you going to do the motions? Are you going to set your players up to have success in these different things? The matchup is there. The Cowboys will have an opportunity to have success in the passing game with routes and movement like the one we just saw right there.